Done. We have indeed. Hi, everybody. My name is Scott Harris. This is my amazing, talented, clever wife, the amazing Karina Harris. And we're here to have a quick conversation tonight about this amazing opportunity to own your own life, really take control of all of your own life and really have it be the way that you want it to be in terms of time and resources and opportunity and money and all those kind of cool things. So we're excited about that. I know there's a couple of guests on the call tonight, so we're excited about that. So welcome to our guests. So we might just jump on in. I'm not going to do all the talking tonight. And I know as I say that, some of you go, oh, thank goodness for that. So we might share the journey around and I'm going to start with this one here, I guess, and really talk about the foundation of what we do, which is really about health and nutrition and taking care of both our families and our bodies. So with that, I'll let the amazing Karina chat about our program and our amazing products. Thanks, my love.
Hey all. Yes, I'd love to share with you what a great program that we have available, which is the Juicy Body Transformation Program. Basically, I think health out there, I wonder if you've ever gotten confused about what is the right thing that you're meant to do for your health. You know, all these different fads and new things that come out there in newspaper articles and online about what you should be or shouldn't be eating long term for healthy weight and your health goals. And I think somewhere along the line, you know, health got complicated. And what the JBT, the Juicy Body Transformation Program, does is really bring back the simplicity of health, really allowing you either as an individual, whether you're a family person, you have children to feed, or just cooking for yourself, to bring back deliciousness and nutritiousness into whole food eating. So how we support you is we have this online community with over 12,000 people on there who are all committed to a healthy whole food lifestyle. We all know that we should eat fruit and veg, but you know, sometimes we get uninspired on what to do. And so my beautiful friend Kira, who was a top 10 MasterChef finalist, I guess I share that with you because that means that the meals are going to be delicious, or you wouldn't make it to the top 10 in MasterChef. She created this great program which has all these recipes to meet you where you're at. So if you want options on making ice blocks either for yourself or for the kids, I'm a big kid, I still like to have yummy icy bowls. Whether you're looking for pancakes with protein in there, so if you're focused on having enough protein because you're working out, barbecue Thai chicken, chipotle salsa, all of these great recipes with, at the back, my favorite, raw chocolate. There's a whole bunch of dessert recipes. We even have a whole manual dedicated to chocolate recipes. The thing that's great about this, though, is whether you choose to eat meat, whether you just choose to be vegetarian or vegan, you really can modify the program. And it's just designed for it to be simple, for it to be easy, for it to be straightforward. And we also have the option, should people wish to do a cleanse or shed some lightness, so shed some weight. We run an 8-week shred program multiple times a year, but you can also start those anytime you want. And really starting with the premise of let's make food be something that you don't ever have to struggle with again. Let's create a program that is sustainable, because it's not about deprivation. It's not about counting calories, but it's all about giving you nutritious meals that are going to satisfy you. And I know it works because I have 4 kids, and kids are always testament to whether they don't lie. They tell you straightforward if the food is delicious or not, and they love the meals that come out of that. How we support you on a nutritional level is with these babies here. I'm not sure if you've come across them before, but basically what we have is fruit and vegetables, berries, and some omegas in a capsule. I guess, again, why are these important for you? Well, we know, sadly, 1 in 20 Australians is getting the recommended amount of fruit and veg a day. Just let that sink in for a minute. 1 in 20 Australians. That means 19 Australians out of 20 are waking up every single day and they're behind. The other thing about food and nutrition is you cannot catch up. So if you're behind every single day, there simply isn't, you could not eat the volume of fruit and veg that you needed to catch up and give your body what it needs. So these capsules here bridge the gap between that which you know you should be having, and even I love health. I've been committed to health for 15 years, and I struggle to go, have I had my recommended amount of fruit and veg a day, and have I had the variety? So by having these capsules, which is just real fruit, real veggies and berries, have been dried, put in a capsule. So no other bunch of chemicals. It's not like a vitamin pill that's been made in a chemical factory and you don't know where it's derived from. They're real fruit and vegetables and berries, dry, put in a capsule. And they're picked at the peak ripeness, which means they have the most nutritional value in them. Science is this incredible gold standard medical peer-reviewed studies, more than any other product in the world. And I'm a bit of a data geek. I want to know whatever I'm going to do is going to make a difference. And the science says that when people take these capsules, it's absorbed in the bloodstream, which means you're not just weeing it out like if you're having a vitamin P and you'll wheeze that strange kind of bright yellow, which means that your body's not absorbing it. So I love that the studies show you absorb it, and one of the cool things it does is it reduces oxidative stress as well as reducing inflammation. So if you know anything about disease, all form of disease start with inflammation in the body. So that's the science behind it. The capsules are amazing. Again, just making it easy for you to get that which you know you should have into your diet, but you probably don't get a lot of time. And then these great things here, again, equally, these great shakes are plant-based with a whole bunch of superfoods that you probably wouldn't get if you were choosing to get a smoothie out, because there's things in there like alfalfa sprouts, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca powder, mushroom powder, and the list goes on. But again, why are these great? Is there a time of the day where you're rushing out the door and you don't have time to either get a healthy food snack, or maybe you're about to buy that muffin? Sorry, we have a little munchkin in the room. Maybe you were going to grab for a muffin or a chocolate bar. Well, this is a better alternative. It's going to sustain your body and nourish your body, but you're going to be making a healthier food choice. So for me as a mum, I love these because this is something I love my kids to have as they're running out the door, before they go for surfing class, on their way to school, equally when they've come home, or me post-workout or on the way out in the morning when I know I haven't had time for breakfast. So that's what the JBT program is and how we support you nutritionally. And with that...
Thank you, my love. Awesome, amazing, spectacular. Certainly, look, it just makes common sense that you eat more fruits, vegetables, and berries. I don't know anybody that doesn't think that's not a great idea, and certainly we love that it's the most science-based and research product out there in the marketplace. But we also love the business opportunity, and that's certainly what's brought many of us along here. And certainly sometimes when we first hear about this opportunity, it sounds a little bit too good to be true. So I might bring on my friend Sally, who probably had some skepticism or doubts or uncertainty in the beginning. She's a traditional business owner. Let her tell a story and tell us maybe some things that you learned about the biz, Sal.
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much, Scotty. Great to be on here with you guys. And yeah, definitely, like Scotty reached out to me. I've known Scott since 2012. We met at an amazing seminar that he was facilitating, and so Scott's been a great friend and a mentor to me over the years. And when he reached out, he said, you know, we should definitely have a chat. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Love chatting to Scott, and I love hearing what he's got to say. And as he started to talk, I started to get a little bit concerned and I had this funny feeling that it was one of those things. And so I'd had a negative experience in the past with a similar business model. And whilst talking to Scott, I worked out that it was a similar business model, but it was a very, very different business. But I still felt a little bit skeptical. And so Scott had mentioned to me several different things that obviously quite an intelligent man. He speaks on the stage all around the world. And the things that he explained to me was that this was something that Jim Rohn, Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins and himself were all huge fans of. And the reason why, it was just a smart business model. It was a smart way to do business. And so it started to make a lot more sense to me from doing that. And I had to sit back and really question, you know, do I know more about creating wealth, creating abundance, and helping people than those four men? And I had to say no, definitely, to that. So one of the things that comes to mind is when we do have a negative experience, you know, it can be almost like going and getting a dodgy haircut. And I've definitely had one or two of those in my time. And it's almost like swearing off hairdressers and deciding never, ever, ever to go back again, which would be crazy, right? And I know, yeah, my hair would be extremely crazy if if I'd sworn off hairdressers for life. So for me, it was kind of like I definitely should stop tarring every business model with the same brush as well, and to really start to open up and have a look at it. So I'd grown up in a household where traditional business was definitely the way that my parents had created their income. They worked super, super long hours. They worked incredibly hard, and they had about 20 employees as well. So for me, when I stepped into that space around producing income, after working several different jobs, I thought, right, I want to get into my own traditional business. And I've been in my own traditional business for the last 8 years. But what they don't tell you is that sometimes it can be really, really tough, and there's not always a system, there's not always somebody guiding you forward into know how to actually do that, how to create that in a really successful way as well. And so that can be tricky, and there's nobody there to hold your hands on the days when it really can be tough. So I thought, you know, there definitely has to be a better way, and you know, so I wanted to definitely have a look at this. But one of the reasons that I was a bit of a skeptic, and you know, you might be feeling a bit this way as well, was I'm scared that it was one of these things, right? So a pyramid scheme. So I just want to allay your fears around that, because these were actually made illegal in the 1980s. So it's definitely not a pyramid scheme, I can promise you that. And so let's have a look at traditional businesses like Coles and Woolworths. So they always have like a checkout chick and checkout dude down the bottom. And generally then they'll have like a fresh produce manager. They tend to have a store manager, an area manager, and right up top in the pinnacle position here is the CEO. Now, generally, there's a lovely checkout person called Lisa, and she's amazing, and she's super friendly and super happy, and she absolutely loves to light customers up, but she can actually lose her job with one simple tech change like self-serve checkouts. So that can be really, really challenging for her, and you know, it doesn't always give a lot of certainty as well with her job. Now, if Lisa also wants to move up in her world and create better income and everything else, she actually has to compete against all of her friends to move up to the next position. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that I would find that really hard, competing against like all of my work buddies and people that I love. But not only that, she's got to work longer and longer hours, and she doesn't actually get much extra remuneration for that in working those longer hours. And chances of her ever getting to this pinnacle position up here are pretty slim. So in this model, we're still trading time for money as well. And with traditional business, that I'm still trading time for money. I'm actually a single mum, and I've got 2 gorgeous girls that I love spending time with, and it's one of my highest values. And I still want to be able to be an amazing mum and have that flexibility and freedom with a successful business to be able to travel and to be able to take them on great holidays as well. So this is what I love about this business. So it's shaped like this, and it doesn't matter who you are. You can be Scott Harris, you can be Karina Harris, you can be Tony Robbins. Everybody starts down at this base position, and then these are the pinnacle positions up here, and everybody has an opportunity to be able to move to the pinnacle position. So that's pretty exciting that we can all get to this place. But the best part about this business is that you're not competing with your friends to actually get there. You only get there by raising other people up. And that's what I love the most about this particular business model, because it's one of, for me, the most rewarding parts. And being able to see beautiful people that you love and that you're friends with, and creating such an amazing and supportive community. And one of the girls that I'm working with currently, she's lost 11 kilos. She's massively inspiring her whole family to make positive changes in their health and well-being. Other people, you know, have been able to afford to put braces on their children, to fly their mums to Tasmania, to take holidays to the Gold Coast. And in fact, I actually just recently booked a 5-day scuba diving trip in Cairns for myself as well through this business. Now, that wouldn't have previously been I wouldn't have been able to do that. But not only that, this business has definitely provided amazing opportunities for lots of people to do things that otherwise they wouldn't have had the opportunity to do. Best part is definitely the growth and the self-development that you get from this business as well. So is this an amazing business model? Absolutely. Thanks, Scotty. Back over to you.
Awesome, my love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Certainly we love the business and love all the things that are part of it. Sort of how we got invited and involved in the business. I'd known about the products for a number of years. I'd taken them for a long, long time. And I'd actually known about the business for a long time. But I had some doubts and uncertainties about whether it was the right for me and the right fit for us as a family. And what really got us on board was a friend of ours, dear friend of ours, Adam, and his spouse, Kira. They got on board with the business and they'd really had some phenomenal success. They were just in traditional business before they came on board, and they really sort of invented this whole team and whole paradigm that we're on right now. So we're blessed that he's on the call tonight. So I might call on Adam, if you will, to maybe share a bit of his story and about what he likes about the business and why he's super excited about still after 4 years. So good to see you on the call, buddy.
Hey guys, good to connect and always good to see smiling faces. Sally rocking it. Good to see you, Karina, and rocking it also. But yeah, certainly for me, before Juice Plus, I was a traditional business owner. I was working 60, 70 plus hours a week. I got into owning my own business because I wanted to, design my own life. I wanted to own my own life, and anyone that's owned their own business probably finds out the hard way, like I did, that owning your own business and owning your own life probably should never be said in the same sentence. Although it does offer some flexibility, there's no doubt there's huge accountability, and then you take on staff and all that other stuff, and it's certainly not as easy, or it may not be the dream. And so I think when I came along to this, although I was quite skeptical, might be one word, I was certainly looking for something. I was certainly looking for a better way. And I think in hindsight, now 4 years on, and this thing has totally changed our life, and we get to do this full time and inspire other people to do it also. I think life has changed. We live in such a different world. The way that we come across products and services these days is not the same way our parents did, but so many of us are living the life of yesteryears. We're still trading time for money. We're still trying to work ourselves up through those traditional businesses, but we do live in a different world. And certainly this business is a great example of the future, the way social media, the internet, word of mouth can really build great businesses. And if I'm honest with you guys, probably the thing that I was most hesitant about, or the thing that I was kind of a little bit, I don't know, even if you could create success, I don't know if I want to do it, because I always had this belief to be successful in a business like this, the only way that you could is that you had to annoy all your friends. And I'll be honest with you guys, as much as I have always been ambitious and driven towards success, if it meant losing my friends, or there's maybe a few friends I wouldn't mind getting rid of, but most of them I like. I wasn't prepared to lose my friends for financial success. And so I think the one thing that I certainly loved about this, when I really came and had a proper look and really with my eyes open to this and my heart open, is that I realized that this business is just about helping people. And it's about helping people that are looking for ways to get healthier on one side of it, which I think we'd all agree that there's lots of people that want to get healthier, but maybe not find a convenient and achievable solution, which I certainly believe the JVT and the products have. But the other side of our business is a great opportunity to help people, not only yourself, create an extra stream of income. And, not everyone wants to do this full time. I'll be honest, most people in the beginning just want this to be an extra stream of income. And I think we all need that. We all need multiple streams of income. If you're relying on just one income, I think it's a scary place to be to do that. So for me, I realized very quickly that, this is about sharing with people that, one, yes, I've shared it with friends along the journey, but I can tell you, I haven't hunted them. I've shared this in a nice way. And, I'm so blessed to have, some of our best friends in the whole entire world be a part of this journey with us and do this. And, that's the great thing about it. So that's about my story. Scotty, if you want to share a little bit about how we get paid, maybe.
Sure, I can absolutely do that, buddy. We certainly love getting paid. Certainly the business is what attracted us to this whole journey. We like money. We like all the things that money does. So I also am in traditional business, but kind of what we love about this business is 3 ways to get paid. And the first way is what we call just good old retail income. Retail income means that we find customers that want to join our Juicy Body transformation journey. They want to get on board with the menus, the recipes, the meal plans, and the amazing product. And we act as the distributor, we act as the wholesaler, really. We just join the customer to the company takes care of the logistics, the company takes care of the shipping, the ordering, all those kind of cool things. We share the love, and we share it either person to person when you're dropping some weight or feeling healthy, or we share it with social media and great posts, but we get some retail profit, which is kind of a pretty quick and fast way to generate some income. Second way to make income is what we call some residual commissions, and that really just means we're talking about creating a residual income and a recurring income from ongoing sales in our business. So as you build a business, there's different percentages that you and I receive. This income is the residual recurring income, the beach money income. This is the one that we all want to build, that one day grows and grows and grows and creates its own head of steam and gets to pay you while you're out playing golf or at the beach or taking care of your kids. And then the third way to get paid is a really bizarre concept in the 21st century. It's called a bonus income. That's right. We've got 4 different levels in the business. You don't know what they are, but as you reach each particular bonus, as you reach them, there's some different bonuses for getting to those levels in certain speeds. There's kind of an unspoken rule in our team that if you get some bonus money, that you shouldn't use it to pay bills, and you shouldn't use it to pay off your car. You should use it to do some fun stuff and to treat yourself and have a damn good time doing something with someone you love, or maybe even yourself. So that's kind of our 3 ways to get paid. We kind of love all 3 of those things. And I'll just debunk one other myth. Certainly I was a bit like Adam. I didn't want to be that guy who was just, annoying all my family and friends and annoying all the people I currently knew. So there's sometimes a myth that says, I'm a bit shy, or I don't really know a lot of people, or I'm not really a chatty guy, or I don't really have, 500 social media friends. I've met a bunch of people that have built this business that don't even have Facebook. So just to really debunk that myth, I'll explain to you how my business got built and just show you what it means. So I got into this business about a month after my wife got in. My wife got in first and didn't tell me. So I joined this business and ordered the products and loved the products. And as Sally mentioned, I'd known Sally for a while, and so we had a conversation with Sally, and Sally doesn't live near me. She lives down in Wagga Wagga. We live on the Gold Coast. And we had a chat about it, and she got involved in the business. And then she went and got a couple of friends that got involved in the business and did some pretty cool things. And she got some customers because she loved sharing the program with them. And all of a sudden, Sally had a little bit of a business. I have another dear friend of mine, Kathy, who's on the call tonight. And Kathy, again, I'd known Kathy for a while. Kathy doesn't live near me. She lives down in Newcastle. But I had a chat to Kathy just over the phone, and we had a bit of a chat about the business, and she loved the product. She had some great results with her skin, and she went out and she got a gazillion customers, people using the products as just their everyday usage, and she created a good income from that. And then recently, she's now gone and started out and introduced some people to the business, and she's got pretty much every one of her family in the business and some friends as well, and just had her first person get a major level called SDVF today, which is kind of exciting. We're excited for Tina on that. And she's gone off and built her business. And then I spoke to 2 other friends of mine. They're a couple. Their names are Jess and Shane. It's all the S's tonight. And I knew Shane and Jess. They do live around the corner from me, so I just went and had a piece of sushi with them and had a chat and showed them the business. And they went crazy in this business and did some amazing things, and they've gone off to develop their own team leadership. And in a real quick, short of time, we had this huge, big, enormous business, this whole great big team. And the reality is that when it started, the only people I knew were Sally, and I knew Kathy, and I knew Shane and Jess. And that's it. And everybody else just kind of came along. So trust me, you can build this business on social media. You can build it by posting. You can build it by reaching out to people. You can just build it by reaching out your hand when you're at a school pickup or a school drop-off, or at the gym or at a cafe, and say, hey, g'day, how you going? Are you looking to be healthier? How's life? How's things? So just wanted to debunk that myth. And then I guess the last thing I would share really is, as a wise man said to me once, gosh, if not this, then what? As Adam said, the world's changed. Most people that I know are either trading time for money, and that's probably a bit of a dead-end street, really. You can only work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Probably many of us here have worked 2 or 3 jobs at once, or punched out 70 or 80 or 90 hours a week. You can't do that forever. Get old real quick, like me. Or you have your own business, which Adam's had, and we've had, and I know Sally's had, and there's obviously limitations to having your own business. So in the 21st century, it just makes sense. You look at the world's largest company, Amazon, where it's delivering things and you're not even really involved in the distribution of that. It just makes sense that you share your enthusiasm, share your love, share your passion, and help raise people up. And along the way, you improve their health and improve their families and create for them a second income. And as Adam said, it might just be a small secondary income of $500 or $1,000 a month, which certainly for many folks can make a bit of comfort happen in your life, or it might move on to being $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a month. And generally, when you get to that level, somebody usually quits their job or comes home from work, or you get a new house and a new car. And then obviously, we've seen amazing thing happens beyond that, where people have generated very, very significant incomes in the tens of thousands of dollars per month, which is extraordinary. So if you're watching this, either recorded or live right now and you're a guest, I would just say, listen, when you look at a pair of jeans in a store, you can do a couple of things. You're going to keep looking at them. You can have the shop attendant tell you how amazing they are, or the obvious thing you do is just try them on. And that's what I suggested tonight, is I just try them on. Ring the person or call the person or message the person who sent this video and just say, listen, I'd love to just try them on. How do I get some of these amazing products? How do I get to try on the menus, the recipes, the meal plans? And this could really just be the start of not just an amazing health journey, but also the chance to really start to own your own life. So with that, short and sharp tonight. Thank you to Karina. Thanks to Sally. Thanks to Adam. Thanks for everybody being out there. If you're a guest, we appreciate you and look forward to seeing you out there somewhere very soon. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye for now.